Hey, Tiny.
Yo.
I'm going to give you some clues and I want you to guess what movie we're about to watch.
Okay.
All right. It's about a baby alien.
Okay. Baby alien.
He lands in Kansas.
Okay.
He's adopted by farmers. He has powers,
Okay.
laser vision.
I think I know this one.
All right. Super speed,
Uh-huh.
flight,
All right. Yeah.
super strength.
Are we going to watch Superman?
Nope. Brightburn.
Sick. All right, guys. Grab your drink of choice and popcorn. It's TNC at the movies.
Okay, and we're back from the movies. We just got done watching Brightburn, and right off the bat, this entire review will be a spoiler-filled review for several reasons. The first one being, obviously, the creators of this movie, they made this movie with you going into it thinking Superman.
Yeah.
The entire time you're thinking Superman.
The guns knew what they were doing.
So, and they gave very little exposition in a lot of things because they expect you to believe or, relate this character right off top to Superman.
Yeah.
So we're just going to start there. This is, to me, sounds like someone couldn't get the rights to make his Superman movie. So he went out and said, well, I'm going to make my own. So what can we do to make people know what this is, but not get sued? So I think they did the most. I think this movie takes place in Kansas.
It does. Brightburn, Kansas.
So that's, I guess that's where the actual by name similarities end. This movie, again, is, I don't want to just say that it's based on, but it just, it resembles a lot of key scenarios, if you will.
It definitely mirrors a Superman origin story, and it's not bad. It's not in a bad way. It doesn't falter their story
It's definitely not in a bad way.
any way. No, it's great. I mean, if you're gonna borrow from the best, what the saying is, if you're gonna borrow from the best. Yeah.
That's definitely something I agree with, especially in this film in particular, because I would say that they did it right. I would say with with not the idea, but with what you're given. Obviously the writer was given the task of making a Superman without Superman.
Or maybe they weren't. Maybe they just wanted to go out and make or just do an original take on a character they probably couldn't get the rights for or didn't necessarily want the rights for, Maybe it was just their best way of creating an original character.
It was done in a very clever way. I think that, obviously this takes a much darker approach to Clark Kent's story.
You have an alien serial killer. Alien child serial killer.
The story in this movie is developed in the exact same way as, Superman. Again, he lands in Kansas and he's adopted by a couple, and he's raised as their own, and he excels. He's really, really smart, and he starts, finding out that not that he has powers, but he just starts realizing that he's different. And then he just starts, noticing that he's stronger. They did mention in the film that he's never been cut before.
Yeah, he's invincible.
So, I mean,
he's never been sick before. Did you mention that?
He's never been sick.
That's crazy.
He was never cut. The first time he was cut, it was because he was cut by
He's unbreakable.
Some broken piece off his spaceship that they were hiding in the barn.
That's right. Alien tech. His own home tech is what hurts him.
So nothing on Earth can harm him. He can fly. But but like I said, he started his powers very, very slowly. Like first, he just realized that he was indestructible in the sense that things didn't hurt him, things won't cut him. He realized that he was really, really strong when he threw that lawnmower.
Chucked the lawnmower and then proceeded to put his hand in the running blade.
Which, I mean, we saw it in the trailer, but when you see it, like, in the movie, you're like, whoa.
Yeah. Blade lost, by the way.
Yeah. And then you start seeing, like, in his eyes that, like, he's a little dark. In the movie, obviously, he's bullied a lot. Mm-hmm. He's not a very popular kid. I think nobody really likes him. I think the one girl in the movie kind of cut him a break, and then he broke her hand. So that went out the toilet. So he broke a little girl's hand.
Yeah, cut her a break after creeping in on her.
And he's a creeper. He is a straight. Okay, I will honestly believe that if there was like some edited. Some dark edited scenes or deleted scenes from Superman 1, it would be him being all pervy. I think he would have just like he was running next to that on the train. I think the next cart.
In Superman's defense, if you guys were ever to say it, just saying Lois asked him what color her panties were. Just saying. Pink.
You essentially got a young preteen who suddenly realizes that he has powers. He suddenly realizes that he's stronger than everyone. He's faster than everyone. He can't get hurt. And oh crap, he flies.
He does.
So then he just starts doing what, everyone does inside their head when they're overreacting. But they can't do it because, we can't fly. We're not very strong. He starts killing people. Does
he first crush a hand, or is he killing people immediately? Or is it a hand crush first?
So first he crushes the hand, and that's how he realizes that he's really, 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 really strong.
Oh, that's right.
And then his auntie starts going, hey, I have to tell the cops that, that I have to give a report on
you your crushing hands,
but it doesn't look like you're very sorry. So
that's right.
And he goes
and made her sorry.
Yeah, don't do that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and quote him. He goes, "You shouldn't do that. It's not good for me, and it wouldn't be good for you."
Little creepy conniver little guy, dude.
And then her response, her silent response, because it took her a minute to even process, but it was like, he might not be kidding.
Yeah.
And he was not.
No, he was not.
He kills.
He does. Ended her, ended the husband, who was Badger, by the way. That's right.
No, he has like some kind of telekinetic powers where he goes like, and then he just drops things and. So this kid's got a lot of powers.
A lot.
This kid's got a lot of powers.
If you already know Soup's power, arsenal, it's basically that. We got everything but what do you call it? Frost breath.
Yeah. I think that might be like the only thing that they didn't show us. Brightburn 2.
Speaking of Brightburn 2, if you guys stick around and you catch the whole end credits, they talk about a few other people. I don't know if they're bad or good, but they mentioned a witch that cries while she chokes you to death. Like, I'm down. Show me that one. Brightburn 2.
Oh, yeah.
So we've been talking a little bit about the movie, but did you have a favorite kill?
My favorite kill was definitely Noah. And this is why. Not that his death was preventable because he was gonna die. Because he was wanted dead and he was gonna die. Mm-hmm. But I feel like comedically, his death was probably the most. It didn't have to be that way. As he was floating up, all he had to do was put his seatbelt on.
That's all you had to do, guys.
I mean, panic all you want. But put the seatbelt on, and then he would have gone down and went.
Maybe?
And then he would have taken a fist to the side of his head, and then he would have died instantly.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
But you know what? That's 1A. But I gotta give an honorable mention. You know what? What is your favorite one? And then I'll go back to my honorable mention.
Oh man. Okay. So I have a feeling our honorable mention might be the same.
Oh God, I hope so.
Because my favorite, I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you what my favorite is. And we'll do honorable mention because I have a feeling it's the same one. My honorable mention is when he kills the mom, Tori. He takes her into the air, dude. I'm talking like way up and just drops her, dude. Lets her have it and just boom. Done. She's done, kid. But let's go ahead and go to honorable mention because I feel that's a little more exciting than our favorite kills.
I would definitely say so.
Please tell me you're talking about the diner waitress with the eyeball stab.
That is exactly it.
Okay, sick. Because if not, boom. So this waitress had the mom of the girl who got her hand crushed by Brandon. I guess she really was, started stirring the pot, and Brandon didn't like that, so he took it in his own hands and went ahead and made sure she no longer has to see anything or, see eye to eye with anyone because he took her eye. Definitely took that thing.
See, the thing about that scene, it was clever and it was simple, and you just you look up and then just click. And everyone that has an eye thing, which is a lot of everyone.
It wasn't many people in the theater, but I'll tell you, everyone in that theater was felt discomfort for sure. They were totally not having it, dude.
It was one of the few times where I've heard a lot of people,
crowd, dude.
audible going.
A lot of, you know what I'm saying? It was like a lot of. It was it's hilarious. It was like an exercise. Okay, everybody, and 1, 2, 3. Ooh, But it was a good time. It was fun. It's a messed up kill. You know what? So I'm thinking about it now. This honorable mention kill is not just a single kill. It's a compound, baby. Because, he didn't kill her with the eye thing. He just, got her, started leaking out all the blood. But if you remember, in the end, she is pinned and gutted to the shed. Right. In the inside where his ship is. Oh, man.
Because he's a science kid.
And that's where I knew the grade I wanted to give this movie. That's when I knew. That and when he dropped his mom.
That's right.
That was dope as hell.
Because there's one thing about this film is that it gave you basically all action, very little exposition. Because again,
you already know Superman.
You already know Superman, so you already know what the story is.
You made up your own planet. You made up another name for Jor-El. You did. Don't play me. Dude. Okay. Sorry. Sidebar real quick. What if he had his own version of Zod come down, but it's a good version, right? So it won't be because he's evil, so then wouldn't Zod be the good guy? Trying to take out, I maybe going too far. Don't edit that out. Please leave that in so you guys can talk about it down in the comments below. So Let us know what you guys think about that. You think that'd be dope? Do you think that can even possibly happen? That'd be cool. Brightburn 2.
Brightburn 2 would be dope. I like the way that actually went into her field of view. Mm-hmm. And then the eye that was...
oh, that's right. It was bloody.
Was actually more blurry.
Yeah.
So that definitely gave you more of the like it was more frightening because you knew what was going on and kind of put you in her shoes.
It gave me a claustrophobic feel, so good for you guys.
And you know that it was coming. Mm-hmm. You know that it was coming. There was really a variety of different kills that actually all happened. A lot of people got different in very different ways. Like we just talked about those other kills. Mm-hmm. There was that officer that just got tackled. And then he was smithereens.
Oh, dude. Oh, man. That was quite a surprise, by the way. It was a great surprise moment.
Yeah.
Hope you guys already watched the movie, because I know we said spoilers, so...
But you should just watch it.
Please watch it.
Like there was that the other officer that just went... You just seen her, just up and down, and then she was just dead.
Yeah.
I mean, the kills in this movie were pretty well thought out. Mm-hmm. I like that he used the environment that he was in, and he killed people in a lot of different places. So
Dad went out effing crazy, dude. I'm talking like, of course, Pops deserved it. Was it the Kyle, right?
Yeah,
was
Kyle.
The dad. Mr. Breyer takes his son out
when they went hunting.
And went hunting, but really he was out there to cap his kid in the back of the head.
So
double
you knew
tap.
he was gonna go Old Yeller style, or he was gonna try.
At least, yeah, dude, because you already knew that kid was invincible. I don't know. Dad didn't know yet, but
I don't know what he was thinking.
He wasn't. Anyways, he gets a horrible execution, dude. I'm talking fatality style. Just heat. Just right through his face, man. Just
the worst part about his kill is that he got to feel his kill for a few seconds because it burned. So I don't know if he has like a dial where it's like warm, hotter, hot, heat Done. Vision, laser, atomic,
right.
Because it took him a little bit to laser through the first little bit of flesh because he went through eyes, skull, and he's screaming. And then maybe a third of the way into his brain, then he stops moving, and then it goes through his head.
Insane, dude. Good film. Definitely deserves to be in the horror genre. It definitely deserves to be there for all you gore hounds out there. Yeah, man. Like I said, the guns really hit it out of the park, dude. Some good stuff. This movie will not disappoint if you're into any of those things. The guns, horror, gore, really just a spooky time, man. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of, dare I say, creepy imagery going on. Like I remember when I think it was the dad was having a nightmare. It was almost fever dream like, dude. It kind of reminded me of Pet Sematary. Remember when the dad was tripping out too, having dreams, nightmares, and stuff. Mom was just, I just want a baby. Like, dude, Mom's looked creepy, yo. She looked like
Elizabeth Banks, great,
gorgeous woman, great actor. She looked like La Llorona, and I thought that was really cool. Creepy as hell too. It really, you just kind of want to like, whoa, be cool with all that stuff.
Yeah, so you knew what her character was about.
Yeah, she wanted her kid no matter what, and she was the type of mom that if you said anything bad about her kid, she would not hear it. She neglected you.
Oh yeah, big time mama bear.
But as soon as Mama Bear starts investigating and she finds out her son's out here murdering dudes, you better believe she turns around. But it's too little, too late, man.
Yeah, but how many kills before she was like?
Oh man, let me count. One, like at least
there were several kills because like I said, she's a mom and she would not see that her son's a killer.
Yeah, dude, took out her sister and her brother before she even thought, oh, maybe he is a killer.
Yeah, maybe. Now that everyone I love is gone.
Oh, did you even mention what happened to Badger's? What happened to Badger? Like when he hit? I'm sorry, the character of Noah, his jaw His jaw comes out. It gets delocated, dude. It dislocated. It's ripped. It's gory. This movie is full of gore, and it's fantastic, guys. Cannot stress the gore factor.
Is there anything you didn't like about this?
Anything I didn't appreciate or didn't like? I guess I gotta say, it felt like there was maybe a missing scene, maybe a couple minutes or an event. I might have blinked and missed, but the character of Tori, played by Elizabeth Banks, from what I remember, is she grabbed a piece of the ship, and then kept it on herself, trying to fight her son off or whatever, distract him, and then he eventually gets her into the air, and she doesn't, before the air part, she looks fine. There's not a scrape on her face, you know what I'm saying? She looks good. And then as soon as she's in the air, she looks like Freddy got to her. Like, she's all cut up and sliced. It was crazy. It didn't make sense to me. I don't know. It was jarring. It didn't ruin the movie for me. I just was like, what the hell? Like in what's the movie I'm looking for? The Last Kiss Goodnight. She gets shot on like the left side, and then when she falls down, her wound's on the right side. Like, that's jarring. You're gonna notice something like that. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll watch the movie again. But I mean, until then, that's the only thing I really didn't appreciate. Just felt like there was missing stuff. Other than that, great film.
I would say that the thing that I kind of wish that they did was probably just. I guess I wish they would have said more about where the kid is from, because it still left it like heavily open. So he was getting messages from space. He was somehow getting messages that he was supposed to take the planet, which I'm fine with. But then why? Who's sending the messages? Like
Planet Vegeta.
You don't even have to tell me, necessarily much. I just want to know, is this, was this about an invasion?
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I said, hey, let's just go ahead and open Pandora's box. Because this is not just about Superman. Because one thing that, we were also talking about right after we saw the film was this also reminded us of Dragon Ball. Because Goku, Kakarot, as it were, was sent by himself as a baby to Earth. And
that's right.
He was supposed to eventually destroy all life on Earth so that the Saiyans can take that planet, and
Earth,
sell it
baby.
off, because that's what they did. They just took over planets. And, Earth was so weak that a baby could accomplish this task.
A baby, no, not a Saiyan. Yeah, a baby Saiyan.
A baby Saiyan could accomplish this
Not
task.
even a baby Super Saiyan, okay?
Just a regular old Saiyan. You're going to get the moon at one random time. He was going to turn into a giant ape, and then he was just going to kill everyone. That is definitely one of the vibes that I got when we watched this film. Except, obviously, he never fell on his head, and he never forgot everything, so... he stayed dark.
Yeah.
Because again, if we're gonna correlate this, we're gonna go with Goku, baby, supposed to kill everyone except he fell on his head, and then he just simply forgot, and so he just stayed goofy for the rest of his life, and he continued to get his head hit repeatedly, and he never remembered that he was evil. Or supposed to be.
That's great writing, by the way.
Which, by the way, was great. That was great. So you definitely got the vibe that, that he was supposed to take over this planet. But you never got a reason as to why. It did, somewhat leave it open as to, what could happen next. But it definitely left it completely open, but sort of in a bad way, because I feel like they're never going to tell us. Like, they're never going to tell us where he actually came from. They're never going to tell us the reason. But I guess you also got to think, I guess they would have like completely thrown the movie off if you saw like like an alien or something, like start pushing buttons on a spaceship, and he's looking down, right?
I think what it could have been is if let's say they did film all those scenes, let's say they did have it written out, and they did put it out with a whole origin of dad, mom sending him out or whoever, aunt, grandparents. Maybe it would have been too on the nose of a Superman Elseworld, DC's Elseworld kind of a thing, and it would have been like, hey man, that's definitely Superman now. So I think maybe that's
now we're gonna sue you.
Yeah, like now DC's going, or DC's gonna put down the banhammer or whatever. But that's just my guess on what happened.
And he came in like his ship looked like the Saiyan little ball, like a little sphere. So
it was dope.
I mean, there's a lot of correlations.
I will take that if they ever make that.
The little ship.
Heck yeah.
You know what? I think there's a very good strong market for some toys, some Brightburn toys.
I think so.
Because I mean, why else would you give him such a cool costume? I mean, he got a pretty sweet costume that for a kid,
thinking man over here
who made it. Mm-hmm. That was pretty good. Because the moment I saw it, I mean, I was automatically thinking Psycho Mantis because he was floating.
Yeah, that was dope. Exactly. He looked bug-like for sure, with the look like mandibles.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, that so makes sense. Because remember they're talking about insects at the beginning of the film? They're talking about bees and all that good stuff, and how wasps roll through, and they're like, hey, yo, bro, watch my baby and stuff. Good.
That's
yeah,
right.
That's right. Good stuff, man.
That's right. Yeah, they foreshadowed the movie right away.
I feel like I need to watch this movie again and really, enjoy it again. And not, just because I like movies, so I don't mind watching it again.
This movie is definitely worth watching a second time.
Heck yeah. This is definitely worth buying on Blu-ray or DVD, whatever you're into.
Or whatever, technology
4K.
You're stuck in.
I hear 8K is coming through, guys.
Get it.
Could be
if you
wrong.
can afford it. If not, 4K is still good.
Yeah. All right, overall, what do you give this movie, Chuy? Brightburn.
We did a lot of talking about this movie, and I'm gonna give this movie a B+. Because like I said, remake, retelling of a story that already exists, and we can all like wink and say it's not.
Right.
But we know. And for that, I give this movie the highest possible grade that a remake / retelling can get.
Okay.
Brightburn, B+. See this movie. Buy this movie.
Rent
Tiny.
this movie. Wow. B+. That's good. That's good. I'm not gonna lie to you, Chewy. I expected higher, but then again, maybe that's just because I'm gonna give it something a little higher, and that is an A-. And I give this movie an A- solely on it being the best telling of what it could be. Like you're saying, it's retelling material that we already know. Sure. You change the names, it almost comes off as fan fiction, but not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Everyone enjoys themselves some good fan fiction. Not that 50 Shades stuff, but I mean, if you're into that, you're into that. I'd rather just watch Buffy. But yeah, coming soon. Tiny reviews.
Oh, it's coming.
But yeah, dude, I give it an A-, and I'm not hating on it. Obviously, I'm giving it an A. I enjoyed the hell out of myself. The kills were fantastic. I love the gore. I'm a gore hound. I need that. For it being a horror, what would you call it? Fantasy thriller?
Yeah.
It was just good stuff, really. Reviewing movies this year so far, and even before we started reviewing, I've been watching a lot of films, and I gotta say, this year a lot of films stand out, and for Brightburn to stand out in a superhero, what's the word I'm looking for? A superhero ran box office, spectacle ran box office, It's fantastic. This movie can do that.
Oh, yeah.
It's impressive as hell. Definitely, it's impressive as hell.
This movie is definitely a lot of different things at the same time. However, it all shares the same dark theme.
Yeah.
Like there like thriller, but it was very 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 dark. There's definitely horror, very very dark. There was some comedy there.
Yeah.
It slipped right in there. But again, it's dark.
A little bit of awkward
It's
comedy.
dark.
Yeah.
There's a lot of drama, but it's dark. It has a lot of things, but it's all dark.
And then the moments between Elizabeth Banks and is it David? Yeah. Good stuff. I really felt the chemistry. Like immediately, I'm all smiles and giggles. Like they're all like in bed giggling and smiling and shit. I'm like doing the same, and it's like that's good acting. Man. That's a good movie. Immediately, I'm already involved. I'm already emotionally
attached to these characters.
Yeah,
you want them to
make another one. I know, don't let that minus make the decision for you, because that shouldn't be. Just watch this movie, support it. I hope there's a sequel. I really want to see the witch that chokes you while she cries, because that right there reminds me of La Llorona, and she is my, you know what I'm saying? That's my girl right there, Queen Bee, next to Mothra. Those are my ladies. Chuy, I give it an A minus. You give it a B plus.
B plus.
I would love to do the averages at the end of the year. We'll see how that goes. But don't forget to check out our other reviews on the channel. That's TNC at the Movies. One word if you haven't already found us. Check us out.
They should do a side movie or one of those thing where they do a cross and Elizabeth Banks lands in the pet cemetery and then have her just come back.
Oh my
fuck. Zombie-like. And then we have...
That's the coolest. See, fan fiction already being made right now.
We have Zombie versus Brightburn.
That'd be crazy. Mama Tori, Mama Tori, the zombie, coming through for Brandon Bright. She can be like all Bizarro-like.
Oh yeah,
rocking her, man.
She can start dragging. She can start dragging her dead husband with half a head or a hole inside his head.
What would happen if you put Brandon Breyer in the pet cemetery? Like, he's already like, what happens if you put something evil inside of an evil pet cemetery? Guys, in the comments, let us know what you think. That is a thinker. Oh my god, I might comment myself. That's crazy. I got to think about. That's awesome. But again, guys, this has been TNC at the Movies. Don't forget to like, click, subscribe, click the bell, thumbs down, thumbs up. Don't matter. Hit us up, guys. Thanks.